All right, welcome to the Free Flow Podcast with your host Tyler and Mitchell. Mitchell, how you doing, man?
Dude, living life, dude. Hit a baseball game this weekend with the coworkers. Kind of a vibe.
I
Other
saw
than
that.
that, just chilling, dude. How about you, man?
Just vibing, just living life, just enjoying everything. Yeah, enjoying the NBA playoffs because they've been pretty. We've been some of the games been all right, which you
The
got
the
to.
play-in was great. Playoffs,
Yeah, not so
you know.
much. Yeah, it's I mean, let's just get into it. We said we were going to cover all this. So let's just start off with Tuesday. Day we streamed last week and left you guys. We made our predictions. We'll kind of go into those predictions. Day 1, we were 50-50. Portland somehow beat Phoenix on the, but here's the thing is our predictions obviously always have a caveat because it's
Dude,
basketball.
and we're smart. We're not going to just
Yeah.
be like we're right 100% of the time. We give reasons.
Yeah. So Miami, Charlotte, we said Charlotte was winning that game. Charlotte did win that game, albeit what a roller coaster ride of
Yeah,
emotions. That was an amazing game. I think that game really showed, in my opinion, just how good LaMelo is for this team. I kind of want to talk about it at this. We could talk about it at their next game, actually. I think this is where you see superstars kind of show up, right? LaMelo did not have a great game shooting wise. He was pretty awful shooting, but you saw it at the end of the game when the Hornets really, really needed it. They still relied on him, and I think that's when you start seeing a superstar kind of start to blossom. Is like we say it all the time with Luka and the Lakers. Remember when his personal issues were going down and he wasn't shooting the last shots, he was giving up shots even when he was shooting bad. You and I were like, it doesn't matter, we still want to see him take the shot. Like, that's his job as the superstar. I don't care if you're 1 for 40 from 3, you still take the last shot if you need to take the last shot because you're him. And I think that's what LaMelo did. Miles Bridges and Kobe White played amazing. I think the biggest storyline, obviously, from that is Khan got benched. I know you weren't able to see, the rest of it, but
yeah. I mean,
Khan
I
got
know he got
benched.
benched, and it was a whole thing, and now it's affecting Rookie of the Year for some reason.
Yeah. He got benched in the last, I think it was 5-6 minutes of the game,
Yeah,
and he did not touch the court in overtime. Um and I understand people's thing about it. One thing in basketball that people have to realize is you have to ride the hot hand. Kobe White was going the frick off, and you can't bench Kobe White for Khan when he is shooting that poorly, and he is in as rough of a stretch as he was in at the end of the season.
yeah.
When someone is going, Kobe White literally was making everything. Like
Well, and
the dude
he's
could
just
not
a
miss.
game. Like he was a game changer that
Yeah,
game. Like you, like literally just exact opposite. Where Khan's just having one of those nights that you have, especially. I'm sure we'll talk about it in a minute
yeah,
again, but like he's been playing basketball for a year and a half straight.
yeah,
Whereas like Kobe White, NBA player, so he's still playing like a lot, but not as much as like Khan has,
yeah.
especially because he's coming off the bench and Khan's been like starting unit. But I mean, we've said it before. I've said it for years. We've said it is that like role players win championships, role players win games. And when you have a game like that out of one of your role players, it's like, dude, you got to write it. And when
Mm-hmm.
one of your starters is having the game that Khan was having, it's like that. Like, if all 5 of your starters are playing at a starter level or are playing well, it's hard to get that 6th guy in. But when one of your starters is like clearly just having an off night and one of your bench players is clearly on a heater, you bring him into the game and like it makes that decision pretty easy. Like if Kobe wasn't killing it,
Yeah.
he's Khan is still in the game. But
Especially when you're the starter that's struggling is not like he's not Brandon Miller or LaMelo or Miles Bridges to this team, which
yeah,
I think Khan can be a more important piece, but I also think, like we're saying, he can be swapped out if he's having
yeah,
an off night because he really is just your catch and shooter. And if someone else is being a better catch and shooter, Con doesn't offer anything on the defensive end that is like, oh man, we really need him. Like LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, even when they're having off nights, they still command attention. LaMelo was getting double teamed. Like everyone wanted to meme on how bad he was shooting, and he was still getting double teamed in the fourth quarter and overtime. Con's not getting double teamed. Like
they started to sag off him and stuff like that.
So we'll go over the Hornets more. So let's get to the Miami Heat. You and I pretty much saw this coming. We said the Heat they just don't. They are built around solid, and you can't win games. You're gonna beat teams you're better than, and you're going to lose teams that you're close to, most likely when it matters, in my opinion. When you are just built around solid players, especially with Bam out. I know Bam went out, so I don't want Heat fans to be freaking out. We understand Bam was out. The issue is you could make the argument Con was out for the Hornets. LaMelo was half out for the Hornets. They just don't have anyone. You have Davion Mitchell, who's fine.
Yeah,
you have
he popped the fuck off that game, but that is not a normal Davion Mitchell game.
And that's my exact point. Like he's not like Andrew Wiggins played great. Davion Mitchell played great. But when you don't have a star or when you don't have a superstar or even a star, it's so hard to win these games. Like they're relying on
crunch time, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, like they're relying on Jaquez, who was. Dude, they started just leaving him open. He was just playing like ass. They were literally just like, okay, yeah, take the shot. Norman Powell was their highest scorer. We were talking about it right before that game. We're like, if Norman Powell is your highest scorer, shit's not going well. He had 11 points. And, Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins were taking a majority of the shots. Tyler Hero got bailed out with a horrible foul call at the end. He's also just so mid. This team is just, they gotta rebuild. Like we were saying it before the game, they gotta scrap and just restart, in our opinion. Like, what do you think, Mitchell? After the game, do you still agree like they should probably just get rid of Bam and Hero and just try and hit the reset button? Or
it's one of those things. Like I know we've talked about it like basically ad nauseum the last couple weeks with the playoffs coming and like with how mid the Hawks are in particular. And they're basically in that position. And I mean, what is their, where have they been finishing like every year? Like the 7th seed, 8th seed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've been in the play-in like every year.
Yeah. And so it's like I've said the Hawks is the 3 or 4 seed is the worst place to be in the NBA. But like the only thing worse than being the 3 or the 4 seed is the 7th or the 8th seed, because it's the same exact thing. Yeah, it's the exact same thing, except now you're even further down the standings. Like usually these teams kind of rotate out, but it's like you've had your guys, you've had this core together now for 2 to 4 years, depending on which players you're considering to be their core. Like because they've had like Tyler and Bam for a while, but then or for like 4 years plus. But then
I'm pretty sure.
Like Jamie Jaquez, and Wiggins, and those guys are all in the last year or two.
So the play-in started in the bubble, right? Because I'm pretty sure the Heat have been in the play-in every year it's been around. Like they have been because they said they've played like 6 play-in games and this is their first loss. So I'm pretty sure they've been in the play-in every year it's been a thing.
I mean, they were probably not. Well, but I don't know, maybe, but like. They were 53 wins in 21-22, but then they've been like 44, 40, 44, 46, 37, 43.
So they have been in the play-in pretty much every year, almost. It has been a thing. Which, like we said, dude, it's just not where you want to be at all. It's a horrible spot to be. I get they made the Eastern Conference Finals, and they made the final. I didn't realize they made the finals twice, but they made the finals twice. Which is good, but you still like.
They've also 2 first-round outs the last 2 years, so it's like
like people don't realize the exhaustion and the toll it takes when you are like mid, because you're constantly grinding. You're grinding to be mid, then you're grinding the play-in, and even the series, like the years the Heat made the finals, like by the time they reached the finals, dude, they were exhausted. Like
Yeah.
you got that iconic picture of Jimmy in the bubble where he's literally just, and I think
Yeah.
that was game like 2 in the finals, and he's just
Yeah. Yeah.
exhausted. And it's like, dude, it is a grind. You can't be that mid. They let go of Jimmy Butler, and I get it. They're like trying to build up, but bro, a core of, I mean,
I mean, it
I'm
shows
pretty
the
sure.
difference between like a Tyler Hero and a Jimmy Butler. Like, even if
Mhm.
Tyler Hero is putting up similar numbers, like he's just not carrying that team the way that Jimmy was. Like, that's
Eh,
why Jimmy is the borderline superstar.
Yeah, like I'd probably put him in star, but like that's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
saying. Like not having a star is hard, man. Like, and you and I have said it. Like Bam maybe changes this game. People can make that reasoning. I still don't think they beat the Magic the way the Magic played the Hornets. Like
yeah,
again, we'll talk about the Magic. Like they seemingly are catching some heat, which is great.
yeah,
But bro, like the issue with the Heat is me and you probably have tweets where when they traded Jimmy Butler and we're like, I mean, where do you go from here if you're the Heat? Are you
hmm,
just gonna stay average? Like
yeah,
Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo are not gonna make you a championship team ever.
yeah.
Uh,
Like, I think Bam is like almost needs to play that like Cleveland Kevin Love role where
mhm.
like he's not expected to be like an offensive superstar and he can just kind of like almost be like a Draymond Green heavy,
I was
where he
also
just does
thinking
a
like
bunch
an
of great
Evan
stuff.
Mobley Cleveland. Like I feel like
Yeah,
Evan Mobley's like a good comp for him. I completely agree with you. Like it's one of those things where he should be your third
yeah.
option.
But,
Like
like, he's good enough to be second, but I don't know if he's good enough to be a championship second.
I agree. And
Like,
like I think that's the issue, right? Is like yes, he had 83 unethically.
yeah.
Um but like even then, bro, like it was so shocking. Like that's why it's so memed is because it's like, bro, it's Bam. Like I think people would have respected Tyler Hero 83 more than Bam. Like and it's one of those things, man, where if you're the Heat, bro, blow it up. Um that's all I gotta say. We'll talk about the Hornets and their postseason stuff in a second. We want to kind of move in. Next one is Portland Phoenix. I guess this one in hindsight is kind of not that
Maybe,
crazy. I don't have
yeah.
much to say besides like you said it. You said if unless Denny pops off for
Yeah.
40, they're not winning the game. Denny popped off for 40 and they won the game. Like there's not
Yeah.
much to say. Denny shot like 70% from the field, which is insane. He had a 40-point double-double. Drew Holiday had a 20-point game. Very good. Yeah, they just played great. The Suns played good. It's not like, they still shot 50% from the field, 36% from three. That's not bad. They just didn't play as well.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say because, again, both these teams are in the playoffs, and we're going to talk about them in a minute. But if you have anything to say about this game, go for it.
I mean, it goes to show where Denny is at,
Mhm.
or like Avita, where it's just is like, all right, this guy's like a legit fucking player. He
Mhm.
is capable. Like, again, you go back to the beginning of the season, everybody would have had Portland as one of the worst like 3 teams in the league.
Yeah.
And so it's like he's a good fucking player. I know people want to hate him because he's Israeli, dude, because that's
Oh
just the
boy.
whole thing.
Yeah.
But like this dude is a fucking baller. He is like a borderline top 10 player in the NBA right now, at least
Yeah.
like this season and everything. And I mean, it's crazy, but like there are a lot of guys who are much bigger names who, if it came down to a 1-game situation, that I would take him over.
Yeah.
Or that
He's doing great.
yeah.
He's doing really
And
good.
so I'm not super surprised to see that happen. Like
Yeah.
I've never been like a huge Booker guy and a huge believer in Booker. And so that series, like,
Yeah.
part of me wanted to give credit and be like, Booker's the bigger star, they're gonna win. But it doesn't surprise me that that's not how it played out.
Yeah. I mean, I was, yeah, like Devin Booker, bro. If he was here in the early 2000s, he'd be looked at as one of the best players in the league. But yeah,
Tracy McGrady, all that shit.
Yeah, his games just doesn't translate because he's not a 3-point shooter. And
Yeah.
I will say I respect Devin Booker for realizing Jalen Green is a volume guy and he needs the volume and kind of being like, because I think that is what stars do. I again wouldn't call Devin Booker a superstar. I think he's
Yeah.
like a star. But I think that's how you win championships, in my opinion. Not saying I think the Suns will win one, but being able to recognize and adapt is something like, look at LeBron, dude. Like, I think Derek Fisher said, he goes, I think LeBron's hitting his Magic Johnson era, which is ridiculous to say about a 40-year-old.
I'm going from LeBron to
Yeah.
my no
His
longer
closest comp.
prime.
Yeah.
is still a top 5 like 10 player ever.
So, but I give Devin Booker all the credit in the world for that, like being able to like have the humility to be like, this guy needs the volume. I'm confident enough in my ability where I don't need the volume to do what I need to do. So good on Booker. You still lost. But yeah, dude, Denny looked great. He still looks good in the playoffs. Again, we'll be talking about Denny in a second. So that's the reason I'm not wasting too much time on them.
Yeah.
Because they each have 2 more games we have to go over. So, Orlando and Philly. This one went as we both expected. We said we believe Philly. Philly is, again, we think Philly is another team that's definition of mid. They're better than the teams they're better than. They're worse than the teams they're worse than.
I will say I'm surprised that they're doing this without Embiid.
Yeah, good for them. They look good. We both still had them winning because we're geniuses. But yeah, good for them. Tyrese Maxey is continuing to show that he might be a budding star in the league.
I mean, he's been kind of at this level for a year or two now, like almost 3 years. And I mean, Edgecombe has like really come into his own. Paul George is like, even bad Paul George is still an efficient player.
This process looks way better than the process they had going a few years back,
Yeah. I mean, they need another piece to get back to that like peak, but 100%.
Yeah, they look really good. I think are they going to get MB back, or is he actually done for the season?
I have no fucking idea. Like I said, I had no idea when they were going in, if he was playing or not. He had day-to-day abdomen injury. I have no idea how bad it is.
I mean, the China dolls, China dolling. So if they get MB back, they might be able to make a little run. Again, both of these teams have 2 more games to go over, so we'll go over them in a second. Now, the Stephen Curry legacy game that apparently propelled him into top 5 conversations, the 9th versus 10th place game. I never thought that would be the game that propels someone into a top 5 player, but apparently it does nowadays. So, I mean, Denny, congratulations. You are a top 5 player in NBA history. Steph played great.
I mean, dude, we got some vintage fucking Al Horford and some vintage Draymond Green at the end there. Like, Draymond Green shut them down on the last couple percent. Dude, what was it? Like, Al Horford hit like 4 threes in a row.
Even Porzingis played great. Like, but I mean, it's all Stephen Curry,
dude. It's classic Steph Curry. Gets bailed out by great players that everybody wants to act like don't belong in the NBA.
I will say Al Horford does this in the playoffs. Like, he used to do it in Boston too, where he'd have and again, we always say it, role players win championships. Al Horford will have these games randomly where he has this quiet but very impactful, like 12 to 20 points. And it's like, it's just when you need it. And he's just like draining threes and doing what he needs to do. And then, Draymond Green popping off. Good for the Warriors. The Clippers was kind of shocking for us.
We'll keep it on the Warriors for just a sec. It is also hilarious because the amount of times that I hear Warriors fans calling their team ass and saying they're a bunch of G Leaguers. And then you got Santos going off for 20. You got Porzingis going off for 20. Pods doing his thing of, getting you 15 to 25 a game. Like Horford being Horford. But if you were to listen to Curry fans, they'd be like, not a single one of these players belongs in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Curry fans are fucking delusional.
Well, Bay Area sports fans in general I've learned are just, kind of missing.
Those are your boys,
cells.
Dude.
No, they aren't. They're missing brain cells. But yeah, I mean, again, they shot 57% from the field, 46% from 3. You're going to win a lot of games when you're shooting like that. That's why I didn't really put much stock into it. Because those numbers just aren't realistic to carry on. You have to be able to win the ugly ones. And they weren't.
And the Clippers sold. Like, let's be honest. The Clippers absolutely sold that fourth.
Kawhi kind of shrunk.
He only had 2 points in the fourth, and it was like the second to last bucket they made, and it was just like Golden State's already winning, so we're not going to foul, just let him score kind of thing.
I feel like in my opinion, they're really kneecapping Darius Garland. I've kind of
Yeah,
hated how
that
they've
trade.
played with him. I hated the trade, but I've hated how they've played with him. Like I get he got 15 shots, but he's like a 20 shot per game guy. He's like a Jalen Green. He needs his volume. Brooke Lopez having
When he
16
fouled
shots.
out at the end, I mean, it was at the end, but like, yeah, he fouled out too.
Yeah, but like Brooke Lopez having more shots just isn't. I just don't like it. Benedict Mathurin, I also didn't really care much for that trade. But
He when he's on, he's a bucket.
yeah,
But
it's just. I mean, the Clippers just. I feel bad. Like I'll give Ballmer the credit. He tried, man. Like he
yeah,
tries so hard to make this team competitive.
like he's not gonna go for big moves, you know.
I'm also not sure why Bogdan isn't playing. Like he's lethal.
Yeah, like what he did to piss people off. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
like he went from like a number one option when he was with the Blazers to like
Yeah,
not getting the ball or not even getting playing time, which I don't know how, but yeah, I don't know. This team just sucks. Kawhi was, backpacking them. We thought they could make a little noise because of how well Kawhi was playing, but if Kawhi's only
yeah,
giving you
get Kawhi out of these top 5 talks too, dude. I don't need to hear it anymore. He's
yeah,
just
I
not on
mean,
the level of KD, Braun, and
I agree.
those
I
two.
think he had his opportunity, and then this whole Clippers era completely shattered his legacy for me, in my opinion.
But I mean, yeah, if we got the version that what he did in Toronto, like maybe Toronto, like I mean, Toronto's been like surprisingly better than we feel they've always should have
Brother,
been.
he
But it's like,
deadass could have mic dropped, retired his way out of Toronto, and he would have stayed in a top 5, like possibly
yeah,
top 5 category. He went to the Clippers and utterly ravaged his legacy.
yeah. Because I mean, what that was never mind. This would have been his 3rd championship, but yeah, he had 2 and 2 Finals
Yeah.
MVPs.
He would have been like, if he retired on that, it would have been like, dog, this guy was a superstar on the Spurs when the Spurs were anti-superstar, and then he went to Toronto, who everyone's like, okay, so, and then won a ring with him. Like this dude's
1
incredible.
year, dude. Like 1 year.
He straight up won and done the NBA. Like that's so hard. And then he went to the Clippers instead of the Lakers, and yeah, he just destroyed himself. But he got paid. So moving to Friday now, this was a very shocking one game and a very unshocking the other game.
Yeah.
Charlotte just got boo-bopped.
Dude, I don't know what was going on there.
Because if you look strictly at the stats, LaMelo
it's not like they
Brandon Miller didn't play bad, but again, this is where I kind of wanted to bring in this conversation with Con. And this is kind of where I really wanted to dive a little bit on the Hornets. I know we have a lot of games to get through, so we can't spend too much time, but I've seen some, I'm just going to say it, I've seen some retarded discourse about LaMelo Ball, bro. People saying trade him, sell high. Brother, he is the engine on this team. If you get rid of him, I saw Nick Wright, by the way, please stop talking basketball. You are an absolute moron, like a grade A dipshit. If you trade LaMelo Ball for Giannis, you could trade them straight up, and this team is worse. Brandon Miller and Con and Miles Bridges are nothing without this dude. LaMelo Ball did not play bad this game. He was getting costed. LaMelo can't do it all. This dude can't shoot like a 60-40 split every game to carry this team. Like, Con has shot 30% or below for the last 10 games, bro. You're not going to win basketball when a major piece of your offense is shooting 30% or below. Brandon Miller, in my opinion, reminds me a lot of Brandon Ingram, which is he's a bucket. He's going to get his, 15 to 20-ish points a game, but he's not really an impact. He's just a solid bucket. It's not really, he's not moving the needle either way. Miles Bridges, hate him as a human being. He is disgusting. But yeah, if he's playing like shit, they're also really going to struggle. But yes, this discourse around LaMelo is absolutely brain dead. He is the best player on this team by far. He is a legit superstar. He is a top 5 guard in the NBA. He's incredible. Trading him is dumb. If you wanted to move other pieces like Brandon Miller or Miles Bridges for Greek, I could completely understand it. But I think
both of them for him.
Yeah, literally. Like, but the biggest thing, in my opinion, is one, this team is young and they shouldn't have been here. They were on a 55 win pace since January. A 55 win pace, dude. This team was incredible since January. I don't know why people are taking this as like a blow it up. In my opinion, this is a wow. That's incredible for this team to be playing like this. If I was the Hornets, just give Con a break. He really needed it. He got exhausted. He completely gassed out at the end, which isn't an excuse, but it's also not a reason he should lose Rookie of the Year because he played great in the season. That's what Rookie of the Year is supposed to be about. I get it won't happen because Cooper Flagg just has the hype team,
all over him right now.
All over him. And Con Knuppel has everyone on his ass right now.
Those games. It's so annoying that like the
voting
got delayed, and that's gonna impact it and be like I swear they've been making voting for some of these awards later and later so that the playoffs can impact these. Like the MVP award, I swear the last 2 years has been like released a round later because it's like we want to see who's gonna win this matchup and we're gonna give it to them. And it's like, dude, fuck off. I don't want to hear it. That like I'll say I do think playoffs impact voting in terms of like, should we really give Jokic a fourth or like fifth MVP in a perfect world for them? Like for Nuggets fans, if he's won one championship, I think that's insane. And we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
But like, I do not think this postseason should impact this regular season's awards. Like that doesn't make sense. I could say collectively 5 postseasons. He hasn't won another title. He's made the finals once. That does impact my voting for the MVP. But and people will be like, this logic makes no sense. But I do think it makes sense to be like, if you win 4 or 5 MVPs, that puts you into elite all-time company. Whereas I don't think how you do in the postseason this season should impact a regular season award this season.
Yeah.
But like MVPs are a longer term thing. So I'm looking bigger picture there. But then like, again, if we're already saying this guy's the MVP this year, or this guy's the Rookie of the Year this year, and then you go into the postseason and you're like, never mind, they stunk it up. This other guy didn't even make it, by the way. But like, I'm going to hold it against the guy that made it. Like nobody said the Hornets were going to make it here. And so to be like, I know I didn't think the Hornets were going to make it here, but I'm going to hold it against them. I'm going to hold it against Con because he did poorly in the 2. That's like, so I could have said if they were healthy. I mean, shit, everybody said last year that if the Mavs are healthy, they are a squad. That you've got Kyrie, like even if they don't get Kyrie back until the playoffs, like that this team is a really good team. Obviously, they've had injuries, but it's like everyone was saying they were a fully capable team and that this team's trajectory looked better than the Lakers. And so it's like, so you're going to tell me that this team that then goes on to win 25 games, that we're going to reward the rookie who, if we're going to say rookies are leading to the playoffs, then let's say that the rookie leader of the team is leading them to 25 wins. Yeah. And I'm not saying this to hate on Flagg. I'm saying this more to point out the stupidity of everybody that's trying to like bring this argument about. But it's just like, I'm not going to hold it against Con and then be like, but it's completely okay that Flagg, the better player, can't get his team to 30 fucking wins.
Yeah. And I agree. I think Con, I know Flagg's going to win it, but like Con definitely deserved it. Like Flagg is the better player for sure.
Maybe they'll do co-MVPs,
Yeah. Like Flagg is definitely the better basketball player. That's not what we're arguing.
Yeah.
But the more impactful rookie this year was Con. And so if you're the Hornets, man, their role players also, I think they're out of their
they were awful.
Out of their entire non-starting rotation, 3 shots were made if you weren't a starter. 3.
No, it was more than that. It was like 6.
No, literally, I'm looking at it right now.
No, it's the
You-
same. The Scion had 2. Kobe had 1. To
oh wait,
Gion
sorry, I was
had
looking at
it. Yeah.
threes. My bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, like, dude, it's so hard to win games. Like, yeah, I think what you do is you. I saw rumors that
Well, and
Brandon
also
Miller,
just,
they might have to give him a max or a super max.
no Supermax. He's not on anything.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
he's not on
Good.
any lists.
If I was them, I would very, very much consider, if you can get in the Giannis sweepstakes, to trade Miles Bridges and Brandon Miller for Giannis. And then you
Give
pay
him plus a first or 2, dude.
yeah, get Kobe White. I think LaMelo would absolutely feast with someone like that. And then it would just free up Khan. I know it's fun to hate on Khan right now, but I think again, the kid's
his
been
life
playing.
would be so easy. Oh my
Like,
god.
I saw people say, "Well, so is Cooper Flag because he played the Olympics." No, he didn't. Cooper Flag practiced for the Olympics. He
Yeah.
didn't play. He didn't play summer league. I think he played like 1 or 2 of the games.
Yeah.
He didn't really play summer league. I don't think people realize when Khan was fighting for a roster spot mainly, so he had
Yeah.
to play all of summer league. He had to grind out preseason. He had to this dude has quite literally not stopped grinding for almost 2 years of basketball. That's exhausting. Like he got his usage ramped up this year in the NBA. It's not like it was the opposite where it's like Flag where it's like, okay, you could rest. We're losing by 50. Like his was like, oh, hey, we need you playing 40 minutes a game after you've been playing 40 minutes a game, trying to prove your worth. He's like, God damn, bro. So I don't understand why everyone's like the sky is falling for the Hornets. I am the complete opposite, and I think you are as well. This was a great sign. Like this
it's the same thing that we've seen with like the Thunder. It's the same thing we've seen with the Spurs, where it's like this is the start of it. You let them get going again. Nobody like Miles Bridges is like the oldest one at like 28.
Yeah.
The rest are basically like 24 or younger.
Yeah.
And so it's like, dude, just at least one more year before I even like really think. Like again, if you can get Giannis, you go for Giannis. But like, and other than that, you give it at least 1 year before you even think of touching their starting 5.
Yeah,
But,
I would again. Yeah, I agree with you. Unless you can get Giannis for Miller Bridges, I wouldn't touch their starting 5. I'd probably just bring him back. Again, I don't know about a max for Brandon Miller, but that's a bit. I see him as like a Brandon Ingram. I don't think he's like a star or a superstar. I think he's just a bucket. I don't see him as an impact.
All-star on a bad team. Bradley Beals.
Yeah,
taller.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that caps the Hornets fandom we had for the season. We're always going to support you guys. We love you. You're, sponsor of the show. But now on the flip side, the team we didn't really see having a dominant win period. Like we could have seen them beating the Hornets, but I don't think in this fashion. The Magic just came out swinging. They've had a ton of rumors and turmoil rumors.
You had got like their own fandom being like, dude, get Paolo the fuck out of here. I never want to see this guy again.
Yeah. He popped off. They beat the absolute piss out of the Hornets.
Yeah,
good for them.
points.
I don't really have much to say about it because we're going to talk about them again.
Yeah. I mean, it was an impressive turnaround game. And I did see a tweet saying maybe they sold on purpose, looking for the better matchup, like the better playoff matchup. And who knows, maybe.
I doubt that.
The way they were playing, it did not look like that's what was going on.
And good for them. Hey, we said anyone is beatable pretty much in the league right now. In Orlando's, hey, they're cooking with gas at the right time. We're going to talk about them in like 10 seconds. So just going to kind of breeze by them for now because they had another impressive win that we're going to get more in depth of what the hell's going on with them. Now another we kind of saw this coming. Not much to talk about. Phoenix beat the piss out of the Warriors. The Warriors suck.
Get Curry out of here. Not in top 5 talks. Not in top 10.
Yeah, I don't ever want to hear Steph Curry in top 5 talks again. Steph Curry, yes, he's one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. I don't know why people keep considering him a point guard. He's a shooting guard.
Just because he's 6'3", dude.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry, I will never put him above Magic Johnson as a point guard.
As a point guard, no. I mean, sure, championships you could put him in postseason success. You'd have to put him in front of Chris Paul because Chris Paul is the biggest choker in NBA history. But if we're talking strictly point guard play, even Chris Paul is a better point guard. Steph Curry is a shooting guard. And when you have a really good shooting guard, this is what happens when they're not shooting well. They get absolutely boo-bopped. Pods, their new obsession, their Jordan Poole 2.0. He played well, but he sucks. So, Jack Harlow couldn't do much. Draymond Green, again, Dennis Rodman. He has 5 points. Yeah, I don't know.
5 points, 5 turnovers, 6 fouls. Dude, what a game.
The biggest thing for me in this is, dude, like Steph Curry, he's never been a guy that can do it on his own. I've never understood, even when people try and say the Jordan Poole championship, Jordan Poole was going absolutely fucking crazy.
So was Wiggins. Dude.
And Wiggins was,
once again was
dude.
Nuts.
Like Steph Curry has never been a one-man show guy ever in his career. When KD was there, KD was the best player in the league.
I mean, dude, even going back to that first play-in game, we said it that Al Horford went off. Draymond Green defensively went off. Like they don't win without those two players making those plays.
So the Warriors, in my opinion, are in a similar spot to the Niners. They're just horrible, but they're trying to hold on to save face. So my guess is they're going to make a massive push for Giannis and still be pretty and Braun. Even if they get both, they are still going to be bad. I don't think Braun at 42 years old and Giannis at 30 something years old and Steph Curry at 38 years old are going to be a championship team.
Dude, don't doubt the GOAT with,
good luck to them. I wish them luck. Phoenix Suns, they kind of just handled business like we thought. Again, we're going to talk about them. We've already talked about them. Jalen Green went off. He seems like he's just an automatic 30-something points right now. Devin Booker kind of sealed the deal for them at the end. Jalen Green didn't really score much in the fourth quarter. Devin Booker kind of iced it up. Good job on the Suns. Gonna just move on from this one because, again, this was just kind of
now we get into playoff talk,
Yes, now we get into playoff talk. A lot of these kind of went over.
Again, you want to just go in order because a lot of them.
Let's just kind of try and rapid fire. Besides the games that we really want to talk about, like Toronto, Cleveland.
It doesn't surprise me. Again, like you look at Cleveland, they got a good squad. Like Harden did his thing. Like Donovan Mitchell, again, pure 30-point a game score. They've got a deep team. Like Sam Merrill didn't go off that game, but like I feel like Sam Merrill has big games fairly consistently when they need it. Like same with Max Strus.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just went off.
Yeah.
You got Dennis Schroeder, who's always a solid depth piece. Like he's good.
Mobley and Allen are just defensively big bodies. It's a tough situation.
It went how you and I expected. We said the Cleveland Cavaliers will probably wrap this up in 4 or 5 games. It looks like they're going to wrap it up in 4 to 5 games.
Like there's a reason this is like, I mean, it's a 4 or 5 seed, but like Toronto's plays up to a 5 seed as opposed to being rightfully there.
Cleveland fans, don't worry. We will get more in-depth in Cleveland as the playoffs go on, but this is just a series we pretty much just expect them to handle with relative ease. Toronto even shot well. Like, they shot well, and Cleveland still... Like, they shot 52% from the field, 48% from three.
48% from three.
And Cleveland still handled them with ease. They're like, no big deal. Like, that's what we're meaning. That's why we're not getting too in-depth here is, like, bro... Toronto shot damn near 50% from deep, and Cleveland still beat them to double digits. Like, just easy. Next series, I'm sure we'll get into this a little bit more in depth because this one should probably be a little closer, even though we do expect Denver to kind of handle this one in 5-6 games. Denver, again, handles them double digits. Anthony Edwards doing what he normally does in the playoffs, where he is just either very, very good or very, very horrible. And this game, he was very, very horrible.
And that's the thing, like going against the Jokic, like Jokic is never going to be horrible. Which is just, it is tough to beat because Jokic isn't going to beat himself. He again, I feel like he's been moving at half speed this whole season, and yet it's so easy for him. And then
Murray played like absolute butt cheeks.
Except
0
he's
for
getting
8
to the
from 3.
line, dude. You know,
Yeah,
16 and
dude,
16.
I hate seeing players shoot like 20% and have 16 free throws. It
That's
drives me
why I
insane.
hate true shooting percentage because people try to use it as if it's like this huge thing, and I'm like, it's how many free throws you get. Like
Yeah,
it's good for guys that are like made free throw shooters, I guess, but it's like I don't know. I just feel like effective field goal
yeah.
percentage is better than true
Like,
shooting because effective field goal percentage is your actual. Like,
brother,
I mean,
I'm telling
granted,
you
you give
right
me just
now,
regular field goal percentage, honestly, but
if I was a ref, someone is shooting 20% from the field, I am not bailing them out like this. This is disgusting. But again, Minnesota didn't deserve to win. I'm not saying they deserve to win. I'm
yeah,
not saying any of this. They didn't. Anthony Edwards, this team has always lived and died on Ant and his performance. That's just how they built the team. Julius Randle, again, he's a bucket. He's going to have 15 to 20 points. Jaden McDaniels, same thing. But he doesn't have a second star. He
yeah.
needs it. Until they find that, this team is going to constantly be like this, where they're going to live and die on Anthony Edwards. Are you shooting 40% or above? If yes, you win. If no, you lose. It's just one of those things, man.
I mean, again, if this series is a sweep, it wouldn't surprise me. I do think it still goes 5 or 6.
I do too. I still think 5 or 6,
but
I mean, there's no world in which I think Minnesota wins, though. I think that's what both of us kind of see. Like, they're too Anthony Edwards reliant. Denver has 2 stars in Jokic and Jamal Murray. Do I think Jamal Murray is the best player? No, but
he's a playoff riser, though. He is.
Yes. Besides that game.
yeah. But even then, again, 16 free throws.
Yeah, and even then, Aaron Gordon, I think Aaron Gordon's probably better than any other option on the T-Wolves. I think
Aaron
the Nuggets,
Gordon is like one of the best threes in the league in the sense of
I think
third
he's better than the Minnesota Timberwolves twos, consistently. It's just, bro, Anthony Edwards needs help. Get him help this offseason. You guys are going to be bounced in the first round. Get him help. New York, Atlanta. Again, this kind of went as expected. Atlanta shot decent, not great. But again, bro, it's just.
I mean, Knicks have kind of been my pick to make the finals in a sense. And so I'm not surprised. Even though I wouldn't even say that they did all that well, but they weren't bad, and they're just a stronger team than Atlanta. Atlanta has been on a roll. We know they've been on a roll. They'd won 10 games in a row before this or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't think anybody is like, oh yeah, Atlanta's gonna win this series.
In my opinion, the Knicks are just a better version of Atlanta. And that's what it comes. I think the Knicks are just they're just better. I think Michael Bridges is just a better CJ McCollum. I think Cat is just a better Okongwu. Brunson is just a better.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jalen Johnson.
I think he's great. Yeah,
defensively, I think Dylan Daniels is truly kind of absurd. In all honesty, but none of those guys are just. And again, we actually haven't talked about this yet, in the last however many weeks because it hasn't started until now. But playoff experience does matter.
It does to an extent.
And the Knicks do have it, and the Hawks do not. And so
it's just hard to win without a star, dude. It's hard.
And when you're they're not as good. They don't have a star, and they don't have experience. But those
and before people come at us, we both think Jalen Johnson can become a star.
Yeah,
but he's not right now.
Yeah, and so it's you don't have any of the things that where if you even have one of them can kind of take you over. Yeah, but I do think though that the one that can take you over is having a star player. That if you don't have playoff experience and your team's not as good, but you have a star player, that's still a winnable series.
Yeah,
but if you don't have any of those, and the other team has a star, Jalen Brunson is a star.
If this was CJ McCollum from 6 years ago, or I'd be okay,
maybe,
this team could probably make this at least more of a series.
Yeah.
Because I would say CJ McCollum was bordering a star in Portland.
Yeah.
Um,
At times, at least. Yeah.
but like, yeah, right now it's just like, bro, when he's kind of you're relying on a 34-year-old CJ McCollum, it's just we don't have much faith.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks are just very well rounded. I think they have a good recipe for
Hmm.
success. Like you said, they have extensive playoff experience. Josh Hart's won a championship. Um,
They
Jalen
know who
Brown.
they are. Like this is the same team from
Yep.
last year.
Yeah.
Like
They know what they needed to get better at. They're all good. They're all in the prime of their careers. They're all 28 to 30 years to like 32 years old.
yeah.
Like you're hitting a team that's quite literally this is the best the Knicks are going to be. In Atlanta, this isn't the best they're going to be. They're going to get better.
Yeah.
You're a young team. Again, if I was Atlanta, just like Charlotte, I said with Charlotte, I would just take this on the chin as we're getting playoff experience. Let's just see what we could do. Just play free. Just have fun, play playoff basketball and see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both kind of see again, this is going to be wrapped up in probably
Like
4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, let's get into
Dude.
it. You know,
Dude, this Lakers game blew my mind watching the start of it. Like Lakers were not missing. I was annoyed by how close it was because they were
yeah.
shooting like 80% to start the game. Like the first quarter, I think they missed like 4 or 5 shots total.
Yeah. They shot 61% from the field, 53% from 3. But in my opinion, this is why I never had faith in the Rockets. This is why you never had faith in the Rockets. They're the Atlanta Hawks of the Western Conference, man. They're good, but they're not that good. They also, I think their big problem, the commentators were talking about it, they don't shoot threes. So
at least not well. Like Reed Shepard is he took 14 and like he's going to do that, but like a
they're
man
not good at
cannot
it.
shoot.
Yeah,
Sengun is not going to shoot. Okogie is not like a shooter.
Jabari Smith isn't a great 3-point shooter. Bro, it's really hard to win in today's NBA when you can't. That's been our biggest issue with the Lakers is you need to be able to shoot threes. And they have, now they have Reeves, Luka, Kennard, who we'll talk about him in a sec. Like you need 3-point shooting.
I'm just surprised. Like if DFS Dorian Finney-Smith doesn't get run, I'd be surprised because he is a guy that can open the floor for them. I don't know if he's injured.
Obviously, they need Kevin Durant because again, why?
Yeah.
He's their only person that could shoot threes. I think once Kevin Durant comes back, I obviously think they will probably get this done because the Lakers aren't going to shoot 60 and 53.
No, yeah. But like the people thinking that this is repeatable by the Lakers, I'm like, somewhat, but they're not going to shoot this well.
Yeah, like I think I think this is one of those things where if you do, like there are rumors that Reeves may come back. I think if Reeves come back, you can 100% win this series. I think you need to keep Kennard at this volume, though. Let him shoot. He is legitimately lethal. This is repeatable by him. Maybe not 100%.
Yeah, not 100, but like 60. He could do it.
Especially with the amount of because, bro, if you look at where he was shooting, he was wide open every time he's shooting a three. Reeves can get him wide open. Luka's going to get him wide open. LeBron's going to continue to get him wide open and get him good looks. When it's that point for him, yes, he can shoot 60%. He can have games where he's shooting 100% because he's shooting at an open gym. You're not asking him to shoot contested threes. So, like, this is repeatable. LeBron James, Derek Fisher said it. This is his Magic Johnson arc. Do I think he's playing as good as Magic Johnson? No. But dude, LeBron's just doing.
He controls the game on a level that so few players ever have been able to do.
Yeah, and he just knows what to do. He knows, and that's the thing is, he knows the right play. Like you saw him like getting frustrated with Rui, like where he's like, "Bro, like pass it correctly, pass the basketball right." And Rui's like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "What do you mean? I have inside leverage. Bounce, pass it in front of me. Don't try and throw it over him. Like I'm right here." And like. But that's the thing where LeBron just understands the game so well. Like, I know how to pass it to you to get you a good look. Like, look at DeAndre Ayton, dude, 20 points. Like, Marcus Smart stepped up. He didn't shoot great, but he played great. Like, they were just moving the ball so well. LeBron's moving the ball so well. And I think if there is a team you're going to beat like this, it's the Rockets. They got a great draw getting the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely their best look, and like if they're gonna want to win game 2, like say we don't like, I don't expect Luka or Reeves back. LeBron needs a 27, 28 point game next game, otherwise, because like Kennard, I think is gonna score like 20 or something. But if Braun isn't like, unless Braun is scoring near 30, Rui's got to have 22 plus. Like Ayton's got to be around like their whole starting lineup needs to score.
And I think, again, that's another key part, what you just said. I think Ayton, this is a great series for him because I think he can body Sengun. He showed it. He can disrupt him because Sengun, in my opinion, he's still really young. And I think it's hard for younger players when bully ball isn't like immediately working. They don't really have the experience to kind of get out of their own head with it and like, okay, well, how do I adjust? And I think DeAndre Ayton, again, he has like we've said, he has very deep playoff experience. He's 7 feet tall. He's 250. Sengun can't just bully ball his way through him. DeAndre Ayton, on the other hand, is more than willing to bully ball Sengun and has the experience to do so. Like, again, like I saw people trying to say like this roster for the Lakers is a bunch of bums. I don't think they're bums. I think Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton are both very good.
They're good players. It's just not a good roster. You know?
I think it is funny. Everyone was trying to hype like Bronny being a big part. He was never going to be a big part, guys.
Dude, he's going off for 30 in game 3. Trust.
Yeah, if they're down by 50, maybe he'll get his opportunity. Yeah, I think it's solid. Do I think the Lakers are going to beat the Rockets handedly? No. I still have the Rockets probably winning in 5-6. But I think I think this recipe the Lakers have can work.
I just need another win by them. If they win game 2, that's massive, dude.
Yeah. But I do think, I agree with you. I think Rui is going to have to be a bigger part. Because I don't expect Kennard to average 30 a game almost. If he does, awesome.
I mean, if he averages 30, they're probably winning most of those games. At least if Kevin Durant's not playing. Yeah.
So go Lakers. Again, I hope they win. I don't see it, but I hope they do. Now moving in to this day, Sunday, yesterday, unless you're in Korea. This was pretty much outside of one game an expected day, so we could pretty much blitz through today. Boston beat the absolute hell out of Philly. Again, completely expected. Philly doesn't have Joel Embiid. We've said it all year. Philly beats the teams they're better than. They lose to teams they're worse than.
If they have Embiid, it's possible that it's a series. No Embiid, this is going to be basically every game.
This is going to be a 4-0 smoke show, ass beating DoorDash. It's just,
you also got to think like, I like Maxey. We were talking him up. Like I like Edgecombe. We were talking him up, but like these guys are small, dude. And like when you've got this team across from them, like Peyton Pritchard isn't that big. Sam Hauser's like not some. I mean, Sam Hauser's 6'7". He's bigger than I thought, but like this is a good size team.
Like, bro, Jaylen Brown 6'6", 225.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like their stars are bigger, and it's like, they're not having to really worry about Oubre. They're not really having to worry about Paul George. Like, you can put those your other guys on them, like even Derek White, and then be like Brown, Tatum, lock up Edgecombe and Maxey. Like maybe not Tatum right now, just again ACL.
But no, that's what I'm saying is what you and I said. We said if the Celtics are smart, they will just let Tatum shoot at will during the regular season, throw some games pretty much by trying to get him warmed up. And look, 25 points, 9 for 17 from the field. Obviously, he wasn't feeling it from deep, but 25, 7, 11 is a great split for someone that just came back off an Achilles injury like a month and a half ago. Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, is really kind of proven he is a cornerstone piece. In my opinion, he reminds me a lot of Joe Johnson.
I feel that.
A big body guard that is a bucket. Like straight up, he's just a bucket. He's playing great. I don't really have much else to say.
I don't. Again, unless Embiid plays, this series is over in 4.
And he has to play well. Like he can't just come back. Like But yeah, like I think that's their only hope because I think that is going to be the Celtics' one weakness is they don't have a big like they're a big team for guards, but I don't know how Queta is going to do if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know how he's going to do against like a true 7-footer that's like good
Yeah.
at basketball.
I mean, they're both big, dude. Because like Vuk is big too, but it's just is like Embiid's just another level.
Yeah,
Like, if anything,
exactly.
he'll draw fouls. No,
Bless you.
He'll draw fouls. That was like right.
Yeah,
in the
like
middle
I
of
don't
my
know how
thoughts.
they'll
Couldn't do
match
it.
up against Cat or like in Cleveland. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have to see. But yeah, I think they're going to continue to beat the hell out of the Sixers. I think they're going to beat them like a bongo drum.
Yeah.
Another series that I'm going to think is another just straight up DoorDash ass whooping is the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Suns. We said we thought the Clippers could because of Kawhi's defense. We thought
Yeah.
he could make noise. The issue with the Suns and why we don't have faith in them like the Clippers is they don't have defense. They don't have
Yeah,
a guy
exactly.
that can clamp up.
They don't have a Kawhi. They don't have even a Derrick Jones. They don't
Yeah.
like
They're
even
gonna
a
try and
Zubac is a big dude.
Yeah, they're gonna try and outscore you.
That's just not happening.
That's just not going to happen against the Thunder because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to get bailed out by the whistle every single time because I will never, I'm telling you right now, I will never take anyone seriously that tries to have a basketball debate with me that thinks, I'll ask you one question. Do you ever think SGA has been the best player in the NBA? If you say yes, immediately I know you don't know basketball. This dude is he's a worse version of Harden. He is not, dude. He's just not that good. I'm sorry. He is not an elite player. He should not have an MVP. He should not be in an MVP conversation. This dude is a great player. I wouldn't even put him in a star. I think he is I disrespectfully, I think he is so mid. Yeah, he just has a great team, but I think they're going to beat the brakes off the Phoenix Suns because they're just better. And they're going to have a lottery pick somehow, which is awesome.
Dude,
so that
SGA,
they quote unquote, can't
wait for them to get Cam Boozer or AJ DeBonsa somehow.
If they get AJ DeBonsa, it's going to be crazy because SGA is going to be like the third or fourth best player on his team. But yeah, don't want to talk about them. I hate the Thunder. Can't wait for them to lose the Spurs. Now the only surprise of the day, even though I will preface this by saying, if you guys listen to our last podcast, Mitchell said the highest seed that is beatable is the Pistons. We obviously thought the Hornets were going to be the one in this position. But the Magic being in this position, again, Mitchell never wavered. He said they're beatable. And they just got beat with Cade Cunningham playing well.
Yeah, out of his mind, in all honesty. Like 13 of 27, 3 of 8 from 3, 10 of 11 on the free throw line.
That's a realistic score line that he's going to have. This was kind of our worry about the Pistons. I kind of had more copium faith because I was like, no, like playoff experience shouldn't be that big a deal. Yeah, they still are pretty inexperienced. Even though you have people like Tobias Harris with extensive experience and Duncan Robinson. I just don't. Jalen Duren was just a non-factor. Azar Thompson was a non-factor. I feel like it's really hard to, I don't know, man. Like,
they don't have shooters. Like Duncan Robinson can obviously shoot. Kevin Huerter can kind of shoot, but nobody else on this team is what I would consider like a knockdown shooter or a reliable shooter.
Yeah. It's really hard to win when you can't make threes. We just said it about the Rockets.
And it's just like, and dude, people sleep on this. Like, I think we even slept on it, and it might even be a big reason as to why they were able to like stomp the Hornets. The Magic are a huge team.
Yeah, they are very big. And bro, I mean, look at it. They only shot 29% from 3, the Magic. So it's like they can continually just beat the hell out of the Pistons because the Pistons played well. The Magic played meh. And they still handled them. Like, they just handled them easily. And it's like, bro, like in my opinion, if I was the Pistons, this would be such a demoralizing loss. Cause I'd be like, bro, Cade played great. Like he played phenomenal. He's not going to average 40. Like he's only going to play worse. So it's like, and the Magic can only shoot better from 29%. Like, I don't know.
Like the Pistons didn't shoot well, but like, honest to God, this is like, I know they shoot better than this, but like it is kind of what I expect out of them shooting wise.
Yeah, like I think their smallest person is 6'5" on their starting lineup for the
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, because Bane is 6'6". So
I will say I want to credit the Magic. So we kind of brushed over them with the Hornets. This one I'm giving them their flowers. I don't know if they had a come to Jesus meeting, like a players only thing.
Mhm.
Like I know sometimes players, like if they're having heavy turmoil and they want to get on the right track, will sometimes like, yo, guys, like what's going on? Let's wake the fuck up. Like, and you only usually see that in experienced teams. The fact that the Magic, again, I don't know if they're winning the series, but the fact that the Magic have been able to turn whatever was happening around is really cool to see for a team this young.
Oh, 100%. Because that is definitely, like you said, that is a veteran team move. And if they're able to just be like, you know what, guys, we got to lock in. We've been messing around too much this season, like especially the last couple months, like last month or so, last couple weeks. And they turn around and it's like, all right, cool, we got it.
Like their oldest player, like we said, the Hornets, the oldest player on this roster is 27. Like the oldest impact player on this roster is 27, which is incredible. Like to see them just turn it around like that. Like even if they lose the series, who cares? You lost the 1 seed. The fact that they were able to flip this on its head, beat them, handle the Hornets,
like, in Detroit, you know,
like dude, that's really, really big for them. So good on you, Magic. Orlando fans, like that's awesome.
And I feel like we've even said, maybe not like last week, but like I feel like we'd said like Orlando kind of has a dark horse shot at going deep just because again they do have size. Like when they play well, they have like a good team. Like they're a hard team to pick against, if only because of their size. Like nobody compares to how big this team is.
Yeah, they are a bunch of big boys, and they, you know, like, and they are all playing well. Like, look at none of them shot particularly well besides Paolo. Paolo shot well,
but they're not even a ridiculous amount of shots either. Like, Wagner getting 13 shots. Like, pretty sure he's their leading scorer.
It's one of those things, dude, where if you have splits like this, like that's how the Celtics won. That's how the Thunder won, because when you're not so reliant on one dude, it makes it just easier to play. Like it's so much easier to play basketball because again, it's the anti-Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, we don't just need Paolo to go off because we got Franz, we got Wendell Carter, we got Desmond Bane. Because like, look at this, bro.
Suggs.
Desmond Bane shot
awful, but he also shot the most shots.
Like he shot awful, and they still had a double-digit win. So he's only going to shoot better. Jalen Suggs is only going to shoot better, and it's like that's a good recipe to have. Whereas on the other side, you look at the Pistons, like, I mean, our superstar went off for 40 points. What do we do to get better?
Harris has to be better, but I mean, there's kind of a reason that Harris has never done anything in his career.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, does this sway your prediction? Do you think, I mean, you already said pretty much if you think Detroit could definitely get first rounded.
I mean, I don't know if they win. Again, it's an uphill battle, but at the same time, that they are a big team that is hard to beat. Like matchup wise, this might honestly be their best possible matchup that they could have gotten. And I mean, dude, honest to God, like they even go against Cleveland. I think the Magic have a half decent lineup against them too.
Yeah, they're very big. They seemingly have figured it out. Good for Orlando. Again, we'll be checking in on them consistently. Yeah. So, and now again, this one we said this was gonna be easy, brother. There's nothing.
It was
really
close for a minute, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing really to say about it. Denny played phenomenal again. Good for Denny. Scoot played really great too. Drew Holiday did Drew Holiday things. He's either shooting 60% or above, or he's shooting 20% or below.
I mean, defensively though, he's always going to do something though. So it's not like he's a net negative. I mean, Shaedon Sharpe though, 4 of 13. That is a rough one.
Yeah. But I mean, it's expected. They're not going to beat the Spurs. I don't think they're taking a game off the Spurs ever, unless Denny has literally 60 points.
I mean, Wemby was nuts, dude. 5 of 63.
He was literally toying with them. He was playing point guard for fun. He's the best player in the NBA. I don't care what anyone says. Again, I love Luka. Luka's the best scorer in the NBA. And Luka might be better than Wemby right at this very moment in time. But dude, Wemby's he's the best player ever. He's the most talented player we've ever seen touch a basketball court. He's the best player we've ever seen touch a basketball court, just in terms of basketball skill. If he stays healthy, he's going to go down as the greatest of all time. This dude's insane. There's nothing he can't do. He's better than you defensively. He's better than you offensively, and he's bigger than you on top of it. Like,
and then like De'Aaron Fox under massive pickup. Not gonna lie,
yes.
Like Stephon Castle. What's crazy is like they actually have a small team, but I saw a stat like last week that's like when they're in, because of Wemby's like shooting ability and how big he is, like those three are in like the top 5 and like being able to like pick and roll, producing points and everything. And like going downhill, because they're just so much faster than everybody that they do a high screen and roll, and like Wemby pops, and those guys are just like, all right, dude, nobody can stop them when they got a head full of steam. They all score at a ridiculous rate going downhill.
And this is why I said the Spurs are my one team. We've been saying playoff experience matters. It doesn't really fucking matter when you have Wemby on your team.
It literally. And that's why I specified when we were talking about that. I was like, unless you have a star, like it's the one thing that it's like, even if you have experience, I don't care.
Like, and that's the thing is like, and Wemby's not only a star, he's the best player in the NBA. Like I'm just gonna keep saying it. If you want to debate it, sure, then he's top 2, and he ain't 2 anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. We said it before. Like, for us, the lack of playoff experience just doesn't worry us about this team. Because again, look at their splits: 35 from Wemby, 17 from De'Aaron, 15 from Vassell, 17 from Castle, 10 from Cornet. Dylan Harper didn't shoot well, but he's usually a bucket in the double digits. When you have splits like that, it makes it easy to win basketball games. Like, it's just, dude, this team is so good. I mean,
we didn't even mention Harper. Like, Dylan Harper's a great player too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, this team is just good. They're better than the Thunder. Wemby is so much better than that dipshit over in Oklahoma City. Like, this team is incredible. This team is still my finals team. I'm not wavering from it. They are incredible. I know OKC beat the Thunder by 35, but that's because they literally try to. They like sweat their asses off until they have a lead like that. The Spurs, bro, Wemby is literally bringing the ball up the court, doing behind the backs 360s. Like, just he's playing Harlem Globetrotters ball in the playoffs. Like,
dude, I would love to see like a finals run of them beating the Blazers because they have to, and then the Nuggets, and then the Thunder, and then like the Celtics or whoever would be like what a run that would be.
It would be. I genuinely think the Nuggets will be their hardest challenge. And then the Oklahoma City referees will be tough again because of the referees. Not because of the players, especially not because of SGA. It will be purely because of the referees. But yeah, I think, dude, the Spurs are so good. Like, they're so good, man. It's fun watching them play basketball.
It's unbelievable how good they are. Like,
I genuinely think, like, I think San Antonio's not that far. I genuinely want to catch a playoff game. Like, let me see.
You should. If they're not super expensive, it's only never mind. They might be like 3 hours from me.
All right, it's 4.5 hours. We'd have to make it a trip. But I'm so down, like, if they play the Nuggets or something, to go to San Antonio and catch a game.
Try to catch 2, dude. Just
their crowd looked great.
Game 1 and 2, dude. I love that. Dude, people on Twitter were like, "Is this corny?" Or, dude, get out of here.
How is it corny?
It's like that Kevin Durant tweet. NBA fans hate everything about the NBA.
How is it considered corny?
Just, dude, I don't know. People are mad that fans get into it, and that. I have no idea. People are being insane. It's like I said, it's the Kevin Durant tweet where he just was like, "Do you guys like anything about the NBA?"
If you're saying it's corny, I don't get how. If it's the colors, I mean, I think it's dope that they.
I love their colors.
Their fans like actually got into their OG colors and like went crazy for it. Like, I mean, I don't know. If you think this is corny, then just stop watching the sport. I think it's dope.
And Wemby is like it's so cool. I said this the other day, but like he is a legit culture changer, and not even just in the sense of like players, but like he has changed the fandom to be like, dude, I want the best fans in the league. I want you to come out every night. Like Steve Ballmer spent $1 billion, over $1 billion to build a new arena to have a fan section, and the Spurs signed Wemby, and he's like, I want this same thing, and I'm not going to spend any money on it.
Yeah, like, I mean, bro, you knew he was primed to be one of the greatest of all time when he said, "Oh yeah," and they were like, "How'd you adjust your rookie year?" He goes, "Oh, it was way easier than I thought. These guys don't work hard at all." And I was
Literally,
like,
he just called everybody out,
brother,
like,
that is a Kobe MJ mentality thing where it's like, I mean, this is just the standard. Like, it's just so, dude. I could gush about this team and that player for hours. Like, genuinely, I think I love this team so much better than the Thunder and SGA. Like, disrespectfully as well. Like, I love the Spurs, man. I know I'm supposed to hate them because I'm a Laker fan. I can't. You're not gonna ever convince me to hate this team.
You can go back to hating him when Wemby's not there, dude.
Yeah, I will for sure. Yeah, like, or unless Wemby becomes like a super weird dickhead, like, but I don't see it happening. Like,
dude, this guy goes to fucking Nepal and becomes a monk, dude. That's not happening.
Like, good, dude. I'm so happy to see like this. I love it. Go Spurs.
The 2032 Wemby becomes an Andrew Tate fan is going to be insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the last question before we, call it. We've had a long podcast. We had a lot of games to go over, guys.
Dude, it's kind of, dude. We're gonna have to figure out a way to do this next week where we're obvious. Like,
well, next week we'll be able to go over the series. Yeah, we'll be able to like consolidate it into series. This one you had all the play-ins and
we had like 12 series essentially to go
next
over.
Week we'll be talking about each individual series, not each individual game. But yeah, the last question I want to say is, now with the playoffs bracket shaped out, like, obviously some of the teams we expected to be in here aren't, some of the matchups we expected aren't.
Yeah.
Have any of your predictions changed? I think pretty much we had the Thunder moving on. You had the Lakers moving on. I had the Rockets.
I did say it was on some copium.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I'm dude. Like I said, I'm just gonna ride the copium, whether I'm right or wrong. I'm not gonna feel one way about it. But yeah, Thunders, Lakers, Nuggets, Spurs. It wouldn't surprise me if the Magic win, but like, I can't say in good faith that the Pistons are gonna lose. Now, if the Pistons lose game 2, I'm switching to the Magic. Cavs, Knicks, Celtics.
Okay.
Like basically every top seeded team.
I'm
as crazy as it sounds.
I'm with you, except for the Lakers. Obviously, like I can't see Kennard shooting 100% from deep. I can't see. I don't know. It's not very like, obviously I think LeBron could go off for 30 at any given moment. But I don't know. It's really hard to see the Lakers constantly playing that fluid, like consistently. So yeah, I have pretty much the same thing, except I have the Trailblazers beating the Spurs. The Spurs are horrible.
What is crazy though, I will say, is like looking at it, like I just said, the top seeds in every bracket is that, like, if it's the top seeds go on, then I was like, okay, well, unless Luka and Reeves come back, it's going to be the Thunder. I still think it's going to be the Spurs. So that's the same top seeds again. Pistons over Cavs. I kind of take the Cavs there. Knicks, Celtics. I might take the Knicks before any games are played.
Ooh, so like really?
Those ones could be lower seeds, but like the West, I essentially have the higher seed going until the Spurs.
If Luka and Reeves come back, I have the Lakers beating that sorry ass Oklahoma City Thunder team.
I mean, Luka can carry. We've seen him.
I will say this. For my Knicks Celtics prediction, it would be really hard for me to, like, it depends how the series go.
Yeah.
If the Celtics straight up boo-bop the Sixers, 4-0 sweep them with ease, and the Knicks are like have a grueler against the Hawks, I'll probably have the Celtics. But yeah, if the Knicks can handle the Hawks, then I think, like, if the Knicks get out of that in 4 or 5 games, then I'll, just be like, yeah, Knicks probably.
I mean, the Knicks did beat the Celtics last season.
But my Eastern Conference Finals, the Cavs. I don't think the Magic, Pistons, or Raptors beat the Cavs. The Cavs look really good. I'm I think I'm turning the page. I think you've convinced me. I'm kind of a Cavs believer. They just look really
Yeah.
good.
And they just have a lot of things that other teams don't have. Like they've got really great bigs, which truly nobody else. Like they have good forwards in like
Yeah.
Detroit and in Orlando, but they don't have great bigs. And then they don't have the guards that the Cavs have either.
The
Like
Cavs
even
just
if like
shoot
I know you're
so
not
well.
I know you're not a Harden guy, but like I know you're kind of a Donovan Mitchell guy. And again, like the Sam Merrill, the Max Strus, like it just feels
Yeah.
like every
And
time I
here's my
watch a
thing,
game,
too.
one of those guys is going off.
Yeah, I'm not a Harden guy, but I won't deny he can shoot. And I think
Yeah.
that's where he's like going to be like, I think that's what separates them so well is that, dude, they have such good shooting. Like,
Yeah.
brother,
At every position.
yeah, like they can like if Harden's off, Donovan Mitchell could shoot a three. Strus could shoot a three. Merrill could shoot a three. Like
They honestly have a very similar bench comp to the Celtics, where it's like
yeah,
you're gonna get like Hauser go off, you're gonna get Pritchard go off. It's that same kind of thing where they got these like these white boys or these light skinned boys that are just gonna do the exact same thing for them, dude. You can't count us out.
it would be wild to see the Cavs win a championship without LeBron. Like,
Dude,
because of
especially with Harden too.
like with how hard they tried to win a championship, even with LeBron, and like it was so hard for them. Like to see them like, oh shoot, like we did it. We actually built a team from the ground up, added a player, even though it was risky, getting rid of Garland. And
I mean, they've always kind of been on that cusp for me. So like maybe Harden is that guy that it's just even though it's this late in his career, and maybe that's what it is. Like it's because he's this late in his career, he doesn't have to be the guy anymore, and he can be more of a pure distributor. Because like, okay, I like Kawhi, I don't love him, but like Harden is still very responsible for the offense in that system. Like Kawhi can get his points, but he's not the facilitator that like Harden is. And while like Donovan Mitchell, we're never going to call a facilitator, like it's very much I am going to score right now, and I'm going to do that for the next 24 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Whereas like even I know Kawhi is capable. Kawhi very much plays in the flow of the game, whereas Donovan Mitchell's will take it by the throat and is like, I don't care if I'm not on one. I'm gonna force myself to be on one.
Donovan has that, like he really does have like a Mamba mentality where it's like, I'm just gonna win us the game. Just give me a sec. And like, but I will say I do agree with you though. I am worried about when they play teams with like big guards. Because again, Don Mitchell's very small. Like I think he's what 6'1".
No, he's a surprising like 6'3", I think, but
he's 6'3". No,
or 6'2", but
yeah, he's 6'2". Yeah, so he's small. I'm pretty sure Harden's not. He's 6'5". I guess he looks shorter. It could be a Kevin Durant thing where they're lying.
Well, he's also he's a big bulky dude. He's got a low center of gravity.
Yeah, it's just I am worried about them when they play teams with bigger guards. Like again, I agree with the Magic could give them a little trouble. I think the Celtics could give them big trouble. Because I just Donovan Mitchell's really struggled against big guards.
I mean, it is significantly harder to get some shots up.
Like we just said, he's a player that's going to go for it, whether he's off or on. It's a blessing and a curse. When it's a blessing, it's a blessing. But when it's a curse, it's a curse.
I mean, dude, he's going to go off for 50 at least 3 times in the playoffs, and if they play the Celtics, it'll probably happen twice.
Like, so yeah,
but he also might shoot have 15 points on 35 shots and a couple of the other games.
Like, I am very worried about that. I am a bit of a Cavs believer, at least to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know how I feel. Like, again, it depends how the Celtics are playing. If the Celtics start rolling, there's not a team in the East I think they could take them.
If the Knicks go on though, and it's like a Knicks Cavs, that is like the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think that's their dream matchup. Yeah, I agree. I think if they can get the Knicks, they're happy. If they get the Celtics, I think they're probably losing. Because I think the Celtics are like a better version of the Thunder. I think the Celtics are very, very good. They're very, very deep. They're very, very big. And I think they're just a better version of the Thunder. But yeah. And I also just don't think the Spurs. I mean, I don't think Thunder are making it this championship anyways. I still got the Spurs. I think Spurs beat anyone on this list, though. I think Spurs are just so good.
I truly don't. Like, there's just Wemby's
There's no
unreal.
one on this list that I could say, yeah, he could defend Wemby. Like
Literally. And the thing is, the Cavs are the best bet to be able to slow him down. Like,
yeah, because Jared
between
Allen,
Mobley
yeah,
and Allen, like having those two at least can like slow him down. But even then, it's just like, I mean, the Cavs have offense. I don't necessarily consider.
I will
them
say that.
an
Yeah, I
amazing
think the
defensive
Cavs'
team.
best matchup is honestly the Spurs and the Knicks. Like,
Yeah.
I think if they're in their dream, the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks and the Finals is against the Spurs, because I think they will just be like, okay, we got Jared Allen. Like, we could actually, we're not going to stop him. No
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is, but you're going to slow him down for sure. And again, playoff experience comes in. You have a lot of vets with a lot of experience over
Mhm.
there. I think the Thunder are a nightmare matchup for the Cavs because SGA is just going to get a whistle every time he's driving into those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really all we got. We had a lot of basketball to cover.
Yeah. I mean, we had these 8 series plus like 6 playing games.
Yeah.
And, like,
So next week will be a bit more organized. Like, I'm gonna see, dude. Some of the matchups might be over by the next podcast.
I know it's kind of crazy. Like I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, we're gonna like I'm fine with it. You know, I'm not trying
Let's
to
say this: if
like
if
push it up.
the Lakers and the Magic go up 2-0, we could do a podcast later this week and talk about like what's going on. But yeah, for
do
the
a little
most part,
mid-series one because
yeah, let's just cover the series.
If we say the 20, like 27, 28, that's game 5 time. So yeah, like series might be ending by the next time. We could even potentially like push back if we wanted and be like, we'll just wait for game 5s on Wednesday.
Yeah. So yeah,
like if you might see us in 3 or 4 days, or you might not see us for closer to 10. You know?
Yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
Peace.